Okay, one more video for tonight. I'm going to talk for just a quick minute about hostess packets. I know we have a lot of new team members joining us, and that's super awesome. And sometimes I forget that I'm talking to new girls, and I'll talk about hostess packets and hostess policies and what are you going to send your hostess. And so I don't want to confuse everybody. So I'm going to take a minute to talk about hostess packets. What's going to happen is when you book your parties, you're going to be super excited. You want the hostess to be super excited. And you're going to tell her, all right, great. I'm going to get you a hostess packet in the mail, or here's your hostess packet if you have it at a party. When you're booking parties, at parties, you should always have hostess packets. So what do you put in this hostess packet? Well, there's a couple things that I put in mine. One, I always put one catalog for my hostess. I want to make sure that she has a catalog, so if someone asks her, they can look at the catalog so that they can order. I do not send order forms, the duplicate 3-page ones, because I don't want somebody claiming that they placed an order with me when they didn't. So if somebody wants to do an outside order, ask me and I will send you a copy of a printable outside order form. It's only one page. That way they can't say, make a copy of it and say that they placed an order they didn't place. I put in there 50 guests. And this is 50 guests in 5 minutes. Again, I have this form if you want it. And basically with 50 guests in 5 minutes, it gives your hostess a sheet that she can look at and kind of come up with people that maybe she didn't think that she was going to invite to her party, like relatives and friends, co-workers, school friends, contacts through their children, contacts through her spouse or his spouse, someone looking to earn extra money, someone who loves to go out, people that you know through church and events. Sometimes people forget that, Christians have sex too. So that's a little helpful thing that you can give to your hostess. Another thing that I put in my hostess packet is invitations. I put in 12 postcard invitations that I have and that I order off of our Vistaprint account. Again, you should all have the Vistaprint account information. If you don't, email me. Or look on Jody's Prima Divas group. And the Vistaprint account, there's all kinds of stuff there. We all know that we all borrow from each other. That's why it's there. We don't want to have to reinvent the wheel. So that's where I get all my invitations or postcards from Vistaprint. Now, I also send a copy of my hostess policies. With my hostess policies are really short and simple. Basically, what I'm doing in this is my main goal is to make sure that the hostess knows that there is nobody, including babies, under the age of 18 allowed at my parties. I also let her know that in order for her to qualify for the hostess rewards from me, that her sales need to be $350 worth of retail product. I let her know what forms of payment I take. I let her know what I'm going to charge her guests for shipping. I let her know that the guests' orders will come FedEx. And I let her know that I close parties the day of the party. I also, one important thing that I put on here that I know sometimes girls struggle with is I put on my hostess policies that I will start on time with a maximum bumper time of 15 minutes. If the party is set to start at 6 p.m., I will start no later than 6:15 to ensure that the guests who arrived on time are not left waiting. Now, why this is important, because sometimes what happens is a party's set to schedule at 7, and then all of a sudden at 7:30, the girls are finally showing up, or they're texting her that they're on their way. And I don't know about you, but I don't like to work for free. So make sure that you're staying in contact via phone with your hostess to know that everything's running on schedule. Personally, I don't show up at parties until at the time that they're supposed to start. So if the party starts at 7 o'clock, I don't get there till 7 o'clock because the girls are not going to be on time. They're not going to be early. So I always show up right then. Another thing that I do send in my little hostess packet is this little drink recipe sheet here. And again, I have copies of all these if you guys want them. This is just a drink sheet. It just gives the hostess some ideas about what kind of drinks she can make. They're kind of fun. Sex on the beach, screaming orgasms, slippery nipples, things like that. Just to kind of keep that fun atmosphere. So those are the things that I send in my hostess packets. If you have any questions or if you want copies of any of the files, just let me know and I'd be more than happy to send them your way.